Senate Republicans are planning to unveil their draft of their health care bill tomorrow, with a potential vote as early as next week. Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, however, is being very secretive about all of this. It seems more aligned in leadership style with Speaker Paul Ryan and his better way than with the president himself.
For the past 7 years, Obamacare has continued to hurt the people we represent. For the past 7 years, Republicans have offered ideas for a better way forward. And soon, we will finally have the chance to turn the page on this failing law.
I like that, and soon. About 9:30 tomorrow morning, we're told. Joining me now to talk about the Senate's push to speed up passage of the Republican bill from the Senate is Senator Luther Strange, a member of the Senate Budget and Armed Services Committees, also the former Alabama Attorney General. Great to have you with us, Senator. This is big news. 9:30 tomorrow morning, you're going to find out what the Republicans in the Senate have been doing for weeks here. Is it ready for prime time in your judgment?
Well, it can't come soon enough in my judgment. The people of my state and the country want action. They believe in President Trump and his promise. That's what I am committed to doing. And, you know, there's been a lot of discussion. I know it has not been revealed publicly in a final form, but there's been a tremendous amount of discussion. I've only been here 4 months. Republicans have been talking about this for years. Now it's time to get something out there that we can actually review and vote on. And I'm very optimistic. I think we can debate this forever. We've got to vote. People are hurting in Alabama, around the country. They want action, and I can't wait to see the draft in the morning.
When you see the draft, does it feel, if you'll excuse the expression, a little strange to you to not have hearings, to not have drafts of the bill and elements of it for your analysis and judgment before going into to the voting process?
Well, I'm obviously a newcomer to the ways of Washington, and I find a lot of things that are slightly unusual.
May I say, Senator, you did that very well for a fellow who's only been there 4 months.
I could say strange, but I think it has to do with reconciliation of the process we're in, and the fact that the Democrats have said that they are not going to cooperate. As a matter of fact, I was shocked to see it. Well, I wasn't shocked. I kind of expected Elizabeth Warren's tweet today saying that this was a mean, vicious, horrible, cruel, on and on a bill. It hasn't even been released yet. Yeah. So, I mean, that's the attitude they're bringing to the table. You know, I think that's why the leaders...
Well, nobody's surprised by that now. I mean, those folks are just playing. I mean, I got a kick out of Al Franken today talking about 13 white males out there controlling the legislation. You know, that would have been so much better if he had not been a white male himself holding forth about it all. I mean, the left doesn't even have a sense of their own absurdity anymore.
No, they don't. But the truth is, the people are hurting right now. My state of Alabama has been most affected by the failed Obamacare law. Right. Our individual premiums have gone up 3 times. We have to take action, and we need to move quickly.
You know, the president himself, though, laid out something I thought was a very smart piece of political strategy. That if going after the replace and repeal, the Republicans don't do their very best, they're going to end up being held responsible by the voters for what has been the failure of the Dems and the left in Obamacare. Right. That's got to be I would think that would be the greatest political concern of the Republicans, whether in the Senate, the House, or the White House, as we move now toward votes.
It is. It would be easy to just let the Obamacare law play out and fail and be catastrophic, which is where it's headed, and not do anything, and then just sit around and play the blame game. But we want to help the American people. We need results. And I have great confidence in the president, and I think, as you mentioned earlier in the program, he's going to sell this because it's going to get us on the road of fixing, repealing, and replacing, and I can't wait till in the morning.
Yeah, and nor can the American people. Give us your judgment about what seems to be an attorney general, your good friend, Jeff Sessions, attorney general, former senator from the great state of Alabama. He has been so reluctant to act, so reluctant to charge after a former attorney general and investigate her, despite this testimony that is so accusatory, whether it be James Comey, whomever it may be. This is an attorney general who could be who could be, in my judgment, should be being far more aggressive in bringing and holding accountable the previous luminaries of the Obama administration, whether it be Hillary Clinton, her email scandal, her foundation scandal, or
right.
the exchange on the tarmac in her plane between the Attorney General and the former President, Bill Clinton.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. I love Jeff Sessions. He was my mentor. He's a great Attorney General. But you see what he's gone through. The Democrats have gone after him specifically to undermine his credibility and ultimately undermine the president's credibility. And part of that is keeping him from getting a staff confirmed so he actually has aides on the ground to do the things you and I would like to see him do. I have confidence he will get there. IRA commissioners, there's a long list of things that were just swept under the rug under the last administration that the American people deserve answers to, and somebody should be held accountable.
And now this president is in charge of the government and the Republicans in charge of both the House and the Senate.